Welcome to Module 2 of the Scaling Up Country Readiness and Support for COVID-19 Response Learning course. Module 2 will be around country-level preparedness and response. In this module, you will be able to achieve 5 learning objectives. Number 1, to describe the goal, purpose and response plan for COVID-19. Number 2, explain the objective of the operational planning guidelines to support country preparedness and response. Number 3, describe the 8 pillars of response planning and initial actions to be taken by the UN country teams. Number 4, be able to access the full set of activities, performance indicators, and resources. And finally, number 5, you will be able to detail the next steps required for country leads. Who is this course for? This course modules are intended for use by all members of the UNCT on an individual basis, by resident coordinators, humanitarian coordinators, and all other pillar and agency leaders. These leaders are asked to encourage all UNCT members to complete this online learning. On top of this, we have the UNCT focal point with responsibility for monitoring the implementation of the guidance, as well as donors and any other relevant stakeholders. Now, Scott Pendergast will take you through the rest of Module 2.
Hello, my name is Scott Pendergast. I'm the Director of Strategic Planning and Partnerships for WHO Health Emergencies. To enable UN country teams and partners to support national governments to prepare for and potentially respond to COVID-19, WHO and partners have developed a practical set of guidelines for operational planning at country level. The purpose of these planning guidelines is to provide a common approach for all UN country teams and partners in their support of countries. The objective of the guidelines is to ensure all countries can quickly detect and diagnose imported cases of COVID-19 and rapidly stop local human-to-human transmission. Priority support will be given to those countries with the highest risk and the lowest capability to respond. The guidelines can be found in the links below and are built on existing national action plans for health security and pandemic influenza preparedness, taking into account what we have learned so far about COVID-19. These guidelines outline the priority steps and actions that need to be taken across the 8 major pillars of COVID-19 preparedness and response, which are country-level coordination, planning and monitoring, risk communication and community engagement, surveillance, rapid response and case investigation, points of entry, national laboratories, infection prevention and control, case management, and operations support and logistics. These guidelines do not supersede existing national guidance. Rather, they can be used to rapidly adapt existing national plans and focus international support in the highest priority areas. The immediate next step is to develop a country-specific COVID-19 preparedness and response plan for the next 3 months. This will include appointing a COVID-19 planning lead within the UNCT to coordinate and oversee the development of the country preparedness and response plan, engaging with national authorities and the UN country team or humanitarian country team to identify appropriate coordination mechanisms and key technical operational partners at country level, to map existing preparedness and response capacity and identify the key gaps based on the actions outlined in this document, engaging with national authorities and key partners to assign roles and responsibilities to address these key gaps, and engaging with country-level programs and donors to reprioritize and/or mobilize resources and capacities to implement the country preparedness and response plan. You will also find guidance on establishing the monitoring mechanisms to track progress, review performance, and adjust country preparedness response plans as needed. In the guidelines, you'll also be able to access a set of standard key performance indicators to monitor progress and templates for estimating resource requirements for a cluster of local transmission of up to 100 cases, including the essential supplies, critical technical and operational support, as well as training and incentives for the national workforce. In addition to the operational planning guidelines, an online planning tool will be made available through this site to enable UN country teams and partners to report progress on the activities under each of the major pillars of the response and request support for resources when those resources are not available at country level. Thank you.